Let's have fun on the show today and take a deep dive into writing lessons inspired by the TV series RuPaul's Drag Race. Spoiler alert, the biggest takeaway is about transformation. And if you understand transformation, you can write a good story. Let's get into it. I'm Suzanne, Alyssa, Andrew, and this is Stardust and Courage, the podcast where we use writing, curiosity, and imagination to see beyond challenges and make life more meaningful. It's mindful writing to go deeper, grow, and imagine. And I'm really glad you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So if you haven't seen it, Drag Race is a reality series where drag queens compete for a crown and a cash prize. It's fabulous, funny, irreverent, and the queens actually do a lot of writing on it. They write song lyrics, comedy roast sets, and sketches. The premise of the show is based on RuPaul's idea that we're all born naked and the rest is drag. So the show is about the professional journey of drag queens. But honestly, as a coach, I watch it as a coaching show. The queens who grow the most during the series often do the best. We root for them. So writing lesson number 1 from RuPaul's Drag Race is all about transformation. If you want to sell a book these days, you need to get friendly and familiar with the idea of transformation. Book publishers and agents love transformation in story. They love a story arc, which is external transformation, and a character arc, which is internal transformation, whether you're writing fiction or nonfiction. And watching a show like RuPaul's Drag Race is a really good way to see transformation in action. As we watch the queens go through their journeys on the show, we see them listen to criticism and praise. We see them get authentic and vulnerable. We see them kiss and cry. We see them go through dramas. And they're steadily changing in an intense environment that demands them to change. And that's something that shows up really well on the page, the intensity to change. What makes people change and understanding what makes people change is a key to writing transformation. If we think about our own lives, we all know that it's actually really hard for people to change. So often when we're writing, we have to look for the catalysts that provoke change. And that's really interesting. Readers want to hear that and know about that. What provokes change? What causes change? What does it take to change? And how do people change? RuPaul's Drag Race shows us that change can happen quite quickly with support from our peers and coaches. And a little competition too. A little bit of friendly competition can be healthy for us as professionals in whatever we do. It can be healthy for us in life. One thing that I've learned on my life's path is that when I'm jealous of somebody, that's a really good indicator of what it is I really want and what I should go after. So it can be a motivator if you look at it the right way. The second lesson from RuPaul's Drag Race for writers is that the highest honor on the show is to make RuPaul laugh. RuPaul loves to laugh and has an infectious laugh that gets everyone else laughing too. But it's not just about making somebody laugh or being comedic or funny. It's allowing yourself to get stupid. And I don't know about you, but as a writer, I often take myself way too seriously. I'm a perfectionist, and sometimes I just work way too hard to get things just right, when I could relax and play and have more fun and have a bigger impact because I'm having fun, and that fun is infectious. So the lesson from RuPaul's Drag Race for writers when it comes to getting stupid is to go all in. Don't hold back. We need to learn to be bigger and more audacious. Perfectionism causes us to clamp down and shut down and try and control all the little details way too much. Don't be afraid to be really messy on the page. Doodle in the margins if you have to. Whatever inspires you to go deeper and bigger and play a little bit more. It could have a really profound impact on your writing. The third lesson in writing from RuPaul's Drag Race is to be authentic. Tell your story and have the courage to show your feelings and be vulnerable. And use all the emotions, the crying, the tears, the laughter, the anger, the jealousy, to empower yourself. One of RuPaul's biggest taglines, he says it at the end of most shows, is if you can't love yourself, how can you love anyone else? And on the show, while the queens are putting their makeup on, we often get them getting deeply vulnerable into their personal stories about how they arrived on the show and past experiences they've had, many of which are very challenging and difficult, and sometimes even tragic. But these stories always show the great courage it took for the queens to get onto the show. And the more vulnerable they are, the more we root for them. Often it takes deep love for ourselves and our experience to tell our own stories. And I didn't really get that for a long time. I think a lot of people don't really quite get that at a deep level. That depth of self-love, profound self-acceptance that it takes to go deep into your writing, deep into your stories. So you're not just skimming the surface. You're revealing the depth of what happened, the depth of feeling that makes for powerful writing and powerful performances on the show that other people can relate to and respond to. The fourth lesson in writing from RuPaul's Drag Race is to be in the game, to bring your charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, and go for the crown. And even when you've gone for the crown and won the crown, to keep coming back for a new competition, to try again in All Stars, to try again for another achievement, to try again and keep trying to be your best and wow people in your performances. We can all do that more as writers. A lot of us writers are introverts. I know I'm definitely an introvert. But being in the writing game means being in the writing community in any way you can, even if you live in a remote area. Nowadays, there's ways to be in the writing community online and connect with people. Like we're connecting right now through this show. Being in the game is also about continuously working on your writing projects and continuously working on your craft. And above all, remembering that it is a game. We're supposed to be playing and having fun and enjoying ourselves. And the more we play and have fun and enjoy ourselves, the more audiences and readers will enjoy what we're producing. It creates a really fun loop of joy and happiness and expression. We're all here to express ourselves. And self-expression is everything. Self-expression in an authentic, vulnerable, empowered way can change the world. You have the power to change the world through your writing. In the next episode, episode 5, we're going to go deeper into these ideas with a fun imagination activation on glamour to wake up your curiosity and imagination that you'll be able to use just to imagine the possibilities or use as a writing prompt. So be sure to look out for that episode coming up. You can also take my Sparkle Technique course, which is a glow up for your mind and spirit. Find out more about that on my website. The link is in the show notes. You always have the ability to grow and transform, to get stupid and make us laugh, to be authentic and vulnerable, and bring all of it to your writing. I believe in your charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. In your very own way, you are a star. Sending you stardust and courage until next time. Be sure to subscribe, and I love it when you share this podcast with a friend.